All right, ladies and gentlemen, you are welcome to another great episode on The Truth with Ben Jokes, your trusted channel for undiluted political analysis. Just in, TINUBU departs Abuja for Japan and Brazil. And if you ask APC members, they will tell you he's traveling to woo investors to increase our FDI, that is foreign direct investments. But look at this. Breaking: Obi slams federal government for over 70% crash in foreign investments, faults weak leadership. Citing data from National Bureau of Statistics (NBS), Obi revealed that FDI fell by about 70% in the first quarter of 2025, dropping to $126.29 million from $421.8 million recorded in the fourth quarter of 2024. So everything is just on the decline, and obviously foreign investors prefer Nigeria under Buhari to under Tinubu, as bad as Buhari was. Ever since Buhari left, we have been witnessing a steady decline in foreign investments, and even foreign companies have been exiting Nigeria uncontrollably. What a disaster. Now, let us look at the top stories. First is that 5% petrol and other fuel tax imposed on Nigerians by the TINUBU administration, and it is set to take effect in January 2026. The sorrow and tears of Nigerians will double. And next is that update showing massive rejection of TINUBU's job initiative by youths. Youths instead told him to prepare to vacate Aso Rock in 2027 and forget about trying to deceive them with fake promises. Before I show you details of these top stories and how Nigerians reacted, let me quickly show you this video that I find really offensive. See the video.
What name do you think should be up there from your own perspective? Because there's only one person.
You invited me as a convener, Southeast Patriots. Southeast Patriots is saying that for them to be out there, Atiku and Peter should be forced to work together.
And who should be the candidate?
Both of them should sort it out. Let Atiku and Peter sit in the same room. Then let them tell themselves who will be the candidate and who will be the running mate. I don't want to get into that. What we believe in Southeast Patriots is that both of them, if the combination of both of them will be a massive threat to the APC-led government, let both of them sort it out. Southeast Patriots will be comfortable with that. But let me point out something.
Okay.
We in the Southeast Patriots, we frown at any time individuals are going to be promoted above institutions. We are looking at building strong institutions. Strong institutions. I think Abaka, the last time said he's going to do 4 years. Peter Obi has also promoted that. Those of us in Southeast Patriots are saying Nigerians should believe NIDOM too. What Nigeria should insist is that both of them should come together and work for electoral reform and campaign on the basis that if elected, there will be an amendment of the constitution to allow for one term of 5 or 6 years. If somebody is elected on the basis of promise of one term, the truth is that Nigeria will plunge into crisis.
You saw that. He said Peter Obi and Atiku should enter a room and decide who should be candidates and running mates. Now, this is an Atiku supporter, and he's trying to be smart. He's saying that Peter Obi and Atiku should enter a room and decide who should be candidates and running mates, knowing fully well that Atiku can never be a running mate to Peter Obi. So this is indirectly forcing Obi to go and become Atiku's running mate. At this point, I want to appeal to Atiku's Southeast supporters. If you want to promote your man Atiku on TV stations, on major interviews like this, do it, but leave Peter Obi out of it. Why are all of you very quick to tell Obi to sacrifice his presidential ambition for Atiku? But you can't even tell Atiku the simple truth for once. After Obasanjo's 8 years in office, the entire southern Nigeria knew it was the turn of northern Nigeria. The two leading candidates in 2023 were therefore Yaradua and this same Atiku. But after Buhari's 8 years, when power was duly supposed to move to the south, Atiku refused to back down in 2023, and that was how he destroyed the PDP, running under that party in 2023. Now he wants to run again in 2027 when the south still has 4 years to go, and instead of his supporters telling him to wait, you are telling a legitimate southerner to go and become his running mate. Now, I am not forcing anything on Peter Obi. Any decision he takes is up to him. But let no fake group call themselves Southeast Patriots and then they try to cajole Obi to bury his presidential ambition because of Atiku. It is not right. And that speaker said something. He said they don't want a situation where individuals will be bigger than institutions. I know he was directing that statement at Obi, but honestly, that statement suits Atiku better. Atiku is the one proving here now to be bigger than PDP, bigger than zoning and everything that has ever been put in place to ensure fairness and equity. When APC was formed, TINUBU knew it was the turn of the North and he let Buhari run. And Southwest voted Buhari. That was why they were successful. If coalition ADC picks Obi and the North votes him, knowing that it is the turn of Southern Nigeria, they will also succeed. But if we fear that the North might not vote Obi because he is a Christian or he's from the Southeast, then why should the Southeast vote a Northerner who is a Muslim too? Then, even after helping Atiku, North can still decide to reject Obi when it is his turn because he will still be a Christian and a Southeasterner. So, simply put, Obi will make his decision, but let no fake group try to cajole him into doing what they want because of their own selfish interest. Now, let us look at the top stories. First is that update on the 5% tax on petrol and diesel imposed on Nigerians by TINUBU, and next is that massive rejection of TINUBU's job initiative by Nigerian youths, calling instead for his exit in 2027. Let's start by taking that update on the 5% tax surcharge. Look at how the papers reported it. 5% fuel surcharge is a bad policy, with Nigerians still grappling with soaring prices, deep economic uncertainty, and widespread hardship. The introduction of a 5% surcharge on locally produced and imported petrol and diesel, set to take effect from January 1, 2026 under the new tax law, is not only untimely but fundamentally unjust. And this policy is so bad that even oil marketers have come out to respond. They said it is the people that will suffer. Look at it. Consumers will pay the 5%. Marketers. National President of Petroleum Products Retail Outlets Owners Association of Nigeria, Petron, Billy Gillis Harry, said the introduction of the charge is very sudden to the industry. He said that size of money is not what the industry can accommodate now. The sales benefit and profit margin that we enjoy is less than 3%, and you are buying for 850 naira and selling for 920 naira. So what is your profit when you take off operational margins, overheads, and different things? So where is the 5% going to come from? It is targeted at the consumer. The consumer will certainly be the final person to pay the 5%. So whether we like it or not, that will be increasing the fuel price. So the impact will be very harsh on Nigeria. That is why we are not giving it the support that other countries should have been given. You saw that. The summary of all this is that TINUBU's new tax reform that takes effect on the 1st of January has a part that imposes 5% surcharge on every liter of petrol produced locally or imported into Nigeria. And this 5% tax is to be paid by the marketers to the federal government. But the marketers stated clearly that as soon as they pay the 5% to the federal government, they will immediately increase the price of petrol to get their money back. If not, they will be running at a loss. And this takes effect in January, just as I said. And of course, the 5% is subject to further increase as the year goes by, and everything will fall back on the consumers. Nigerians are finished. I cannot begin to imagine, I cannot begin to describe the effect that this will have on the prices of goods and services. And if you look at the condition of this country now, and then you begin to imagine another great rise in inflation, it will be a complete disaster. And even the marketers are kicking against it, saying the effect will be too harsh on Nigerians. But I'm telling you, this administration does not care. That thing is going to take effect in January, and Nigerians will bear the brunt. They will continue to treat us like slaves, like animals in our own fatherland, until we decide to say enough is enough. And just as Nigerians were yet reacting to that update on the youths rejecting Tinubu's job initiative began making the rounds. Look at how the papers reported it. The federal government plans to connect 20 million youths to jobs and skills by 2030, prioritizing 60% women beneficiaries. The federal government has announced a new national skills program aimed at connecting 20 million young Nigerians to jobs, training, and entrepreneurship opportunities by 2030, with at least 60% of beneficiaries expected to be women. This is just as Kashim Shettima has assumed the chairmanship position of the reactivated board of Generation Unlimited Nigeria, with a mandate to connect 20 million young Nigerians to employment opportunities by 2030. We need a platform to unify government, private sector leaders, development partners, and the boundless energy of our youth under a single banner. This is a proposition to attract coordinated investment and replace fragmented efforts with a common front, Shettima said. Nigerian youths are not limited. We have the talent, creativity, and courage to thrive. What we need is a meaningful and enabling environment, and we must work together as one team to create and deliver real impact, he said. Now, as soon as this update dropped, youths began cursing the government and reminding them of all the lies that they have told before they got into office and over the 2 years in office. I cannot imagine a sitting government campaigning, saying we are going to do this, we want to do this, we would like to do this. This is over 2 years. The next election is just 1 year and some months away, and you are still saying we want to do this? And look at how Nigerians reacted. Dumi Emmanuel here listed a number of things. I can't even start listing all of them that government said they were going to introduce the youths into. The youths were going to take, the leading role in everything. But look at it. All of them have failed as we speak. And Kashami here says this federal government will not be doing anything after May 29, 2027. Kashami is saying that saying 2030 means you are just plotting to get the support of the youths in the next election. So by May 29, 2027, we no longer expect anything from you. Pack your things and vacate Aso Rock. And this tweet here says, why 2030? Why can't it be before 2027? These dirty tactics and mind games sound familiar. If I don't give you stable electricity, don't vote for me for second term. Shady politicians. That was what you said in the first term. If I don't give you stable electricity, don't vote for me for second term. You have not given stable electricity. Now you are coming with another fake promise. And this tweet here by Vehement says, thank you. You will hand over that plan come May 29, 2027. That is it. You hand it over to the next government. Nigerians can see through your lies. And the fearless here says, don't promise another one. Tell Tinubu to fulfill the ones he promised us first before he promises another one. Where are the cities that he promised to build in all 36 states? They said they were going to build smart villages. That was what the Minister for Youth was saying on channels some years ago. Now all those rhetorics have been pushed under the carpet. They said it then. We said it was sweet talk. Some people said we're being pessimistic. Do you hear anything about smart cities in all the local governments of Nigeria anymore? Nothing like that. They were only lying. And I am not surprised. This is the APC. They have come to steal, to kill, and to destroy. I don't expect anything positive from these people. My appeal as well as my charge is to Nigerians who bear the brunt. These people have lied to you, they have maimed you, they have injured you, they have made you suffer, and they are not backing down. They are still bringing more avenues, more taxes, more whips on your back, just as the Sultan of Sokoto said. He said Koboko, that Tinubu is using Koboko to whip Nigerians. So it behoves Nigerians to say, no, enough is enough. We can't continue to suffer like this in a country that is so blessed. And when we begin to think like that, we can't come together, cast aside our sentiments, and get the APC out of power so that we can be in control of our own nation. But until then, make I still enter town, make I go get some ogbonge political news wey una go like. Why? Because of una na I dey here. So don't go away. Don't go away.